One of my favorite actors to work with was Joey Syl Vera. I liked working with him because he was very respectful and soft-spoken, and he was very talented. By talented, I mean he was a great actor. One of the things about me is that I'm more attracted to people with talent, guys with talent, rather than good-looking guys. So I know that seems weird. Most women are attracted to good-looking guys or guys who have a certain kind of personality. Some of them are attracted to the daredevil, or the bad guy or something like that. I'm attracted to people with talent, and that gets me into a lot of trouble. Seriously, it has gotten me into a lot of trouble. But with Joey Syl Vera, it was a very good thing. We were doing a movie that I had written called Sexy. And in this movie, I play a sex therapist. And Joey plays my husband. And I had requested that Joey have this role because I was so attracted to him. And he did not let me down in any way, shape, or form. He was marvelous in everything. But one of the things that really stood out to me that showed just how brilliant this man was there was a scene that I had written where Joey, as my husband, wants to see what I do with my clients because he's getting a little jealous. He doesn't understand what a sex therapist does. And of course, being the kind of movie that it was a little more elaborate than reality. So he has this two-way window set up where he's watching on one side what we're doing, but we can't see him. And I had told him, as my character in the movie, you just got to be quiet. Do what you want to while you're watching us, that's fine. Just don't make any noise because I don't want my client to know that you're watching us during a therapy session. So he tries to be quiet, and he's back there. And all of this, that's all I had written in the script, was that he's supposed to be quiet, but he starts making noise. Joey, the talented actor that he is, had come up with this whole thing where he would go in there with a cup of coffee. And as time goes on, he kind of spills the coffee a little bit. And then that attracts ants. So he's in there stomping ants, trying to get the ants, away from the coffee, and he's trying to be quiet. But he came up with this whole idea about the coffee and spilling it and it drawing ants. That was all him. That was all him right on the spot. Ad lib. And oh my gosh, it really made the scene because there was the motivation right there for making noise, trying to get rid of the ants. I didn't think of that. I didn't come up with that. That was Joey Syl Vera. It was just what the scene needed. And he did it perfectly. I mean, he portrayed it to a T. It was very natural, very realistic, and it was the motivation for making the noise, and it was exactly what the scene needed. So, yeah, Joey was great. Joey was great in everything he did. And, of course, the personal scenes with him and me together, the elaborate scenes, that was great, the action scene. He was marvelous in that. And because I am the kind of person that is attracted to talent, I thought that was brilliant. And so I enjoyed the scene with him tremendously. Joey was one of just a handful of guys that I really requested to work with. I didn't get the opportunity to work with people I wanted to work with all the time. When I was with Caribbean, I had a lot of say. When I worked with the Zane brothers, who was the producer on this particular film, I got a lot of say as well because I had written the script. But when I went with Vivid Video, things went downhill. Things went downhill fast. And I never got to work with Joey again, unfortunately, because I really liked him. He was great. So I'll be talking about some of the other guys that I worked with and how I felt about them in future videos. But I had to get Joey in there because he really stood out in my mind as one of my favorites, one of the guys I really liked working with.